So James, I've got
Mm,
no notes in front of me
mm.
at all, which is quite disturbing. And I've got some email, some kind of nonsense about a changed format. What's going on?
Yeah, I thought, well, as it's Christmas, you need to be a bit fun. So let's evoke the spirit of 2020 and have a quiz with some of our friends. So I've recruited us a quizmaster. We've both got teammates. And yeah, we're going to have a quiz on all things around the sort of topics we talk about on the show, sort of nerdy, urbanisty, transporty, nerd stuff, basically. How does that sound, Martin? I hope it sounds okay because we're all ready to do a quiz now.
I mean, it doesn't sound particularly festive, but let's go with it because trying to come up with something else at this short notice is going to be a bit of a problem, I suspect.
Fantastic. So, can I introduce you, Martin, to Stephen Jorgenson-Murray, my real life friend, but also, more importantly, a question writer for Only Connect. He's a very clever man and he's proper. He does a real quiz on the telly, and we've got him to be our quizmaster. Hi, Stephen. How's it going?
Hi, James. Nice for you to have me on here.
Thank you for joining us and being our quizmaster because we're going to pit me against Martin. I think this is the real rivalry we want to sort of unpick on this very festive special. Stephen, though, before we begin, what's your abundance moment of the year?
So, quite a lot of them are going to be in the quiz questions, so no spoilers there. One little one I'll mention, I actually live in Frankfurt in Germany. Obviously, Deutsche Bahn, Germany's rail operator, their punctuality problems are pretty well known. And one of the problems that they have is they have lots of dead-end terminal stations in their cities where trains have to pull in, reverse out, and they block all of the lines while they're doing it. And this year, they have begun, at least, the preparation works for digging a big tunnel under Frankfurt so that long-distance trains can go through rather than stopping and reversing. And that will hopefully take out one of the biggest choke points in the Deutsche Bahn network. And sometime in the next, 10 or 15 years, maybe things will start running properly again.
It's nice to know that Britain isn't the only place that has the timelines like that. That's reassuring because you think of Germany as a sort of efficient, well-functioning place, but apparently, no, they're just like us.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've also got some teammates to help us because me and Martin in a quiz. I don't know how well we do. I want to boast about my quiz credentials just to set things up, set a dynamic up here. I'm feeling pretty confident because I've been on 3 TV quiz shows. I was on The Weakest Link, which I won. I won The Weakest Link. It was like I think it's like national service though because they have like 10 contestants a day and lasted for like 20 years. So I think basically about 1 in 4 people in Britain have been on it at this point. And I was also on Pointless in the early days and The Answer Trap, which was a Channel 4 show that nobody's ever heard of. So I'm feeling pretty confident, but we wanted teammates. So Martin, who have you brought along for the quiz?
Yeah, so I've been in a pub quiz once. That's pretty much my own connection to the quizzing world, and I'll be honest, I did quite badly. So I've brought along the heavy guns of Andrew Hunter-Murray, who is a multi-time author of more than one book, the most recent being A Beginner's Guide to Breaking and Entering. He's on the Private Eye podcast. He's on No Such Thing as a Fish. He does stuff for QI. He's all over the place, basically. Pretty sick of the sight of him at this point. But glad to have him here and on my team. Welcome, Andrew.
Hello, it's lovely to be back. All over the place is a really good description of my normal levels of functioning. So I'm thrilled to be back on. It was such fun earlier this year. We had a great chat about housing, and now we're here for something serious.
Andrew, what was your abundance moment of the year?
Can I do 2? Can I be really cheeky and have 2?
Go for it.
There's a trivial one, and then there's a very serious one. The trivial one is something that this Australian mining company Fortescue have done. They have just announced, I think they are now trialling what they call an infinity train. And the idea is it's an electric train. It's carrying huge amounts of iron ore from a mine to wherever it needs to go next for processing. As it travels along on a slight downward gradient, the regenerative braking it has to do when it's so full of all the iron ore fills its battery up enough that it can travel back to the home base where it's starting off again, and it basically doesn't need recharging. Yes! Infinity train. Count me in.
That's bonkers.
That's
like perpetual motion. That's witchcraft.
It basically is. Makes me so happy. So I'm thrilled that they're trying that. They're Fortescue are a great company. They're really going for it and all this stuff. That's the trivial example. The serious example of abundance that I'm happy about this year is that I got a heat pump in my house, and it's not cold anymore, my home, and it costs much less to heat it than when I had a boring old gas boiler. And and I wouldn't have known about heat pumps if it hadn't been for the Daily Telegraph telling me they don't work. So I just wanted to give them a big shout out, say thank you guys. You taught me all about them.
Fantastic.
So that's my pick, James. Who have you brought along?
So I thought I'd invite back City Ed, the fantastic YouTuber who runs an amazing YouTube channel full of videos all about sort of urban design and stuff like that. If you like our show, you'll definitely like Ed's stuff on YouTube. The thing I've really loved this year is Ed's pair of videos all about Manchester and how it's transformed from a place that was in decline to somewhere that's thriving because they've actually been building stuff. Ed, you're here. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for making so many great videos throughout the year.
It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you. And yeah, glad you enjoyed the videos, and especially those two Manchester ones. I'm really happy with how they went. I think since I was on the show, I think I did those. I was probably working on them. Maybe I talked about it a bit when I was on your show last. So yeah, I'm happy to get those two out. Happy you enjoyed them.
And Ed, what is your abundance moment of the year?
It's been one of those years where it's felt a bit slow, but I think this year it's been good to see Labour finally start to sort of make traction with their kind of like infrastructure plans. So we had the launch of NISTA, the National Infrastructure Service and Transformation, I think, Authority or something like that, where they're essentially hoping to sort of streamline and combine all of these different overlapping government agencies that help with infrastructure to essentially, streamline the whole thing. So I think the hope is, and maybe I have my optimist hat on, my hopeless optimist hat on, but I think the hope is that this will mean that we can start to deliver infrastructure cheaper and more efficiently in the UK. And then even just today, we had the Planning and Infrastructure Bill, I think it was, passed into law, which essentially helps to do the same thing with planning. So I'm hoping that we start to get a little bit more like Spain and France when it comes to infrastructure and actually just getting stuff built.
Fantastic. That's definitely my Christmas wish as well. So with that, let's start the quiz. So Stephen, you're our quiz master. Over to you. Ask us some questions. And Martin, prepare to be destroyed.
Oh, God.
All right, thank you, James. So first of all, James, Martin, do you have quiz team names ready?
Well, do we? That's a very good question. I'm glad you asked. I thought we could call ourselves the Abunda Bunnies, which was a name suggested by my partner. We've resisted it until now, but it feels like time to break it out and embrace our bunny identity. Andrew, do you agree? Are you happy
I've got
with that?
my ears and my tail on, and I'm ready.
Excellent. What about you, James?
Ed, do you have a team name preference?
I thought about Quiz Elizabeth line, but I don't really think that works. If I'm entirely honest.
Elizabeth line?
I like a Quizabeth line. We'll go with that. It will be a Quizabeth line. It's going to be quite tricky to say for the whole quiz now, so we'll see how we get
An
on.
easy one. I apologise.
So just to clarify for everyone listening, it's Martin and Andrew who are, what was it again?
We are the Abunda Bunnies.
Abunda Bunnies, and me and Ed, we are a Quizabeth line. This is definitely a good idea.
Let's hope you're better at answering questions than you are at coming up with team names.
Okay, so first round, we've got 8 questions each, and there's 2 points, but if you're stuck, you can ask for a hint. And then if you ask for a hint, then you just get 1 point for the question. We'll start with a Quizabeth line.
Let's do this thing.
On the podcast, you've talked about the new Universal theme park finally getting built, hopefully, and that's set to create 28,000 jobs. But where's it being built? I'll accept the county or the nearest large town.
Bedfordshire.
That's right.
Yes, nice and easy.
Okay, Abunda Bunnies. The last coal power station in the UK closed last year. Where was it? Again, I'll accept the town or the county.
So just to get this straight, the previous question was about something literally around the corner for me in my own county. And yeah, and you and James had no contacts before this quiz when you were coming up with a question. Okay. Andrew, do you know any counties?
I took buckets of them. That was a very funny episode where you went over all the BBC local democracy reporters saying, though there might be a complaint, someone's thought something hostile about the new theme. It was great. I think, oh God, I'm sad enough about coal that I think I do actually know the answer to this one.
It's either north or west. It's sort of that direction. That's my understanding of coal and where they hunt it.
I read Jeremy Paxman's book about coal in the British Isles earlier this year, and it's a rollicking read. It's really good, although it's it's a history about... Look, I'm getting distracted. Is it, please, Stephen, Ratcliffe on Soar? Will you accept that answer?
Absolutely, that's
Yes!
spot on.
Oh my god!
Wow. I'm pleased with my choices here.
County is that in? I don't think I've ever heard of that place.
Yeah, what county is it?
Nottinghamshire.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Well, it is north and west of here, so
Is it-
I was on the right track.
Is it part of Megawatt Alley? That sort of amazing spine of power stations up and down the central bits of the UK, which, anyway, look, whatever.
You know, I don't
Jeremy
know.
Paxman. It's called Black Gold. It's a very good book.
Okay, Elizabeth line. SMR might be the future of power, but what does SMR stand for?
Oh, I know this. I know this one, and I'm just enjoying Martin's face because he knows I know the answer. It stands for Small Modular Reactor, which is the new smaller type of nuclear reactor.
I'm very glad you knew that, James.
Whew.
Yeah, we've only mentioned it about 17 times on the podcast in recent episodes, so a real challenge, I guess, for whatever the hell your team's called.
Not to be confused with ASMR, which is just making pleasant little whispers to get you to sleep.
You know, everything on YouTube is calling itself ASMR now. My toddler is into these like marble run videos, and it's just like this horrible sound of marbles clacking constantly, and they get called ASMR. It's the worst.
ASMR.
Never
Yeah.
sleep to that.
That's just stressful. Have you not been tempted
Yeah.
to go in that direction, Ed, with some of your Milton Keynes content?
No, in fact, I edit out my breaths and breathing and stuff to the point
That's the gold. That's the gold. You've got to get that back in.
to the point that now I hear myself breathe. I'm like, ugh, disgusting.
Okay, Abunda Bunnies. NPP might make life a lot easier for a lot of your listeners, but what does NPP stand for?
NPP, like November.
Yes.
Oh, man. Martin? Power?
Everything that starts with N is like national. So, it's national or northern, right? It's one of those two things. So, NPR is like Northern Powerhouse Rail or a radio station.
Northern Pothole.
The Pothole Pact. It's where Lancashire and Yorkshire come together to
Pothole Pact.
tackle the scourge of tolls.
Is that it?
If you're stuck, you can take a hint.
Mm,
I want to say something to do with parking, because we've talked about that a lot on the podcast before.
oh my
but
god,
I
you guys
don't-
have.
Is it
It's
the
National
national
Parking?
podcast? Is that like
That's it.
the ultra nerdy hardcore version of this somewhere?
It's new from Goalhanger. The rest is parking. Portal is portal. Is the parking portal park parking?
Is
portal.
that
I mean,
Final answer?
do you know what? It's as good as we've got. National Parking Portal.
Oh, you're so close. It's National Parking Platform.
Oh,
Oh,
Oh, I'm
sounds
gutted.
Yes.
damn it. Ah,
I
Very
thought that was
pleased
the
about
brainwave.
that.
is that the thing where
We've-
they're uniting all of the parking apps?
Yeah, that's where all of the parking apps are going to be connected through a common platform, so we'll be able to use any parking app to theoretically pay for any car park. It's a really good
That's
idea,
cool.
and it's been saved. It was going to be canned by the government, but it was then saved by the sort of private sector and some sort of parking industry body who are taking it up. And yeah, I'm very excited about parking because of it.
yeah, terrible name though. Very confusing. I think Portal was much better.
Portal,
Like,
I agree, is better. Yeah.
Why can't
Yeah,
they call
yeah.
it One Ringo to rule them all? Thank you.
Okay, Elizabeth line. So, the Silvertown Tunnel opened in 2025 between London City Hall and the O2, but it's not open to pedestrians. What other physical transport infrastructure runs parallel to this tunnel between these 2 points?
It's going to be like the Jubilee line?
Is that your final answer?
oh,
Well-
this is. I know. Can we just watch
Oh.
James be stumped by a question about the tube for a bit longer? Because
It's
always
not my final
enjoyable.
answer. I just thought about it a bit
Oh!
more. No.
By parallel, do you mean the cable car? Because that runs between roughly similar sort of points. But
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh,
Yes!
Okay.
that was amazing seeing James just go into his mind palace of London infrastructure.
Just different coloured lines
Yeah,
moving across
exactly.
the screen in real time.
I was reminded of this because I saw a press release today that apparently the cable car, which was built as serious transport infrastructure by Boris Johnson, they're launching a karaoke experience for Christmas on the cable
No.
car, which I can't think of anything worse. You get on the cable car because you're commuting to work, and there's just someone there with a
I
microphone
mean, you're
singing along.
trapped. You could just sort of see the other side of the river in the distance slowly approaching, and you're just there. You can't escape. You can't stick your head outside.
Guys,
No.
as a
Christ.
comedian, I once did a gig with my friends from a show called Ostentatious, which is Jane Austen themed, and is a terrific show, but you do have to be in the mood for Jane Austen themed comedy. We did one of those gigs on the London Eye pod to an audience of people who had not booked to see that show
Oh.
in a pod of the London Eye. They just booked a random London Eye experience. It was an absolute disaster.
Oh.
It was a speed dating night, and they just wanted to chat and flirt with each other, and we were insisting they watch Jane
God.
Austen themed comedy in front of a beautiful sunset. Stephen, move us on. I can't stand this memory.
How many people do you even fit in a pod? Like, by the time you've got the actors, it's like,
People were trying to leave
two
halfway
couples?
through. People were trying to get out of that pod.
Okay, Abunda Bunnies. Speaking of tunnels in London, a 25-kilometre tunnel passing east-west through central London was completed in 2024, and it's not the Elizabeth line. What is it?
Oh, this is the too easy. There's the London Bat
Yeah.
Tunnel. It's a high-speed Bat infrastructure tunnel. I can't remember what it cost, Martin. What did it cost? Was it 10 billion or 11?
100 billion takes people from Ealing Broadway straight through to the city centre. It's if you're a commuting bat, it's absolutely fantastic. But tragically, it only runs during the day, which is quite problematic for the bat population. I clearly didn't think that one through. It's not Crossrail. It's not the Northern Crossrail. I think I actually might know what this is.
Oh, go on then.
And I think it's something to do with like sewage. It's basically, isn't it, that like a major kind of sewage line, like a new sewage backbone, like the new cathedral of
Tideway.
sewage, like to take. Yeah,
Tideway.
exactly.
Tideway.
That-
Tideway Tunnel?
That's the one.
I'm glad once I stalled long enough, you managed to remember the name.
Exactly.
Is that right?
The Thames Tideway.
Oh, I'm
And
such a
that's
fan
where,
of this.
if you're a Thames water bill payer, that's where a lot of your water bill is going right now.
Yay.
Yeah, I think it's one of the biggest pieces of infrastructure that I've got no interest in seeing whatsoever. I'm quite happy for that to just stay underground,
Really?
down there. Though, not now. I mean, maybe when
Sure.
it was first there, but I think it would be a tough experience.
I'd love to see it. I want to go to the new bit of the embankment because they've called it Bazalgette,
just
haven't they? Where
about to
they've
say,
built out
yeah.
into the Thames to put the infrastructure on there.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's very cool.
Okay, and Elizabeth Line. Britain's newest railway line, which is actually a reopening of an old line, started passenger service in late 2024 and opened 2 more stations this year. Where is it? I'll accept name of the county or any station on the line.
It's
Ooh.
the Northumberland line, isn't it?
It is.
Cool.
I'm so glad you're here. I would have had no idea. So where's this line connecting?
It comes out of Newcastle. I think it goes up to Blythe, somewhere like that.
That's
Yeah.
Oh, all right, where's Blythe? Because you've said that, but I'm not convinced you could pinpoint it on a map.
It's on the
Slightly
River
north of
Blythe.
Newcastle.
That help.
You not seen those Royal
I don't-
Navy adverts? As what is it? Born in Blythe, but was made in the Royal Navy. That's the only reason I know Blythe, if I'm honest.
I haven't seen that.
No, that's a very niche advert. Did that air across the UK, or was that just for the Blythe population they were trying to recruit from?
I'm just amazed there's a whole new railway line that I was unaware of. I thought, doing what I do with this podcast and being a nerdy man who writes stuff on the internet and watches a lot of videos on YouTube about trains, I would have thought I would have been well across this, but no, never heard of this.
Yeah, it's
And you go down that rabbit
It's
hole
very
afterwards.
new, but also very old. It was something like 150 years old, built to take coal to the docks at Blythe.
Oh.
It's cool.
Wow.
It's smashed the passenger expectations by a factor of 3, as these schemes always tend to do. And then when we sort of say to the Treasury, can we have some money for new stuff? They're like, we need more evidence.
It's a long way from London. That's a real stretch.
Okay, Abunda Bunnies. This podcast has talked our plans to build a tunnel to the Isle of Wight. If built, this would be the longest road tunnel in the UK, taking the record from which current road tunnel?
Having actually written the segments on that, I did not even realise it would have been the longest road tunnel in the UK. So that's immediately thrown me off. What would the longest road tunnel? We don't have. We're not really known for our road tunnels.
I've got no idea.
That's a chat. Where would you even need to tunnel under? I mean, like, there's like the A3 bit under the Devil's Punch Bowl, but that's sort of a few hundred yards. I can't. I mean, or is it? Ooh,
Yeah.
Because the Lower Thames Crossing hasn't been built yet. That's going to be a tunnel.
Yeah.
But that's not long.
I'm being very London-centric. I'm only thinking of Thames tunnels here.
I mean, the Thames isn't very wide. That's the problem. Like, it's, as rivers go, it's pretty piddling. No offence to, Thames dwellers.
No, I've just remembered. Is the secret tunnel under Parliament that goes all the way to Shetland in the event of a crisis. They use that one, don't they? Yeah.
They go to Shetland.
Final answer. Yeah.
The Pony Express, as I believe it's referred to in Westminster insider circles.
Exactly. Yeah. No, Martin, I'm completely lost on this one. Do you have any?
You can ask for a hint. Remember,
we probably should have done that already. Let's have a hint. Come on.
Okay, so it's under a river, and there are two other tunnels parallel to it. One is another road tunnel, and one's a rail tunnel.
Ooh.
It's not the Dartford crossing or something like that, is it?
Ooh,
because
let's try
there
that.
just aren't. Yeah, we just don't have rivers. I'm going to go with the Dartford crossing.
I'm afraid not. It's the Queensway Tunnel between Liverpool and Birkenhead.
Oh!
God damn. Ed's nodding. He knew that.
Yeah, I feel, as a southerner, I feel I'm being stitched up.
Only when he said there's a rail tunnel running parallel, I had a feeling it would be that one. But it's not a long tunnel. You're right. I mean, the Mersey is wide, but if you compare it to like Norwegian tunnels and stuff, it's still not a very long tunnel.
Darn it.
I've just realised I've driven through that tunnel. I didn't know the tunnel was there, though, so I was just very surprised that the road just turned into a surprisingly large tunnel. But yeah, no idea it was the longest in the UK.
Wow, yeah, me neither.
Well, I can't wait to hear more questions about coal and tunnels in the north of England. Really, really tune this to the Bedfordshire guy.
Am I the only,
Martin, if it's coal, we're covered.
On this cloth. I promise I haven't been at Cahoots.
Okay, so a Quizabeth line. This podcast is also big fans of the proposed Tempsford New Town. Not everyone is supportive. One prominent local opponent dressed up as a character from a movie to protest against it. And in fact, a photo of him was the first thing that came up when I was researching Tempsford. What was the movie?
I think I can remember this. What do you think, Ed? Because if you think the same thing as I do, then that'll be a good sign.
I'm not even entirely sure where Tempsford is. I'm sorry.
So Tempsford is the proposed new town. Basically, if you imagine the East Coast Main Line intersecting with the East West Rail, which is currently the new railway between Oxford and Cambridge, which is under construction. Basically, so lots of people think we should build a town bang in the middle of where they meet. And at the moment, there's like a tiny village there. And if I recall, there was a guy there, because I think it wasn't Avatar, was it? Was it a guy dressed as like a navvy, like all painted all blue? Or did I just dream that?
It was. He wanted to increase the awareness of how the developers, i.e. the Sky People, are invading Pandora, i.e. our beautiful rural existence.
That is creative.
Lovely.
Yes, and as someone who lives around the corner from that beautiful rural existence, it's actually a sort of a village that's been bisected by the A1, a dual carriageway. So I wouldn't say it was particularly rural. It's sort of like an industrial estate at one end. There's some quite nice thatched cottages in the middle, and then just the A1, and then a bit more village randomly on the other side, which is the big motorway junction in the middle of it. But, each to their own.
I am starting to wonder now that if now I've been radicalized as like a YIMBY pro-building type person. If I was to watch Avatar again now, would I be watching it thinking, those baddies have a point. Maybe we should, get all the unobtainium. Like, would my perspective be completely different? I don't know.
I did watch the trailer for the third one yesterday, and I thought they do really want it. The humans, that's. Is there nothing to be said for that?
We're persistent.
Yeah.
That's what I admire about us as a species. We want something and we go for it.
Okay, Abunda Bunnies. 5/1 apartment buildings are helping the US build dense urban housing quickly. What do the numbers 5 and 1 mean here? I'll tell you right now, it's not to do with the number of floors that they have.
Well, that's
Oh my
all of
goodness.
my answers gone. What did you say it's called again? 5/1.
Yes.
5/1. Well, that makes me think Levi 501s, which is almost
Yeah.
certainly the answer. We were talking about this, I think, when I came on the show, weren't we? About the sort of, what is it called? Gentle density? It's got some incredibly irritating name, but it's something like that, where you're allowed to replace one dwelling with 5 on the same plot. It's not floors, but it's sort of the number of homes you can replace. That's just a theory. Martin, what do you reckon?
You can have any size building you want as long as there's only 5 windows. That's
That's nice.
That would be a good starting point. It's the closest I've got, like five dwellings on one plot.
Yeah.
5.
I think that.
Yeah, let's go with that.
I'm afraid not. It's
Oh, Christ.
So 1 is the material code for concrete, and 5 is wood. So it's where you build your ground floor on concrete, and then wood on top of it. Because wood is less safe, but as long as the bottom's concrete, it's meant to be fine.
God damn,
That
Stephen.
is a stupid name. That is just completely obfuscated, incomprehensible. Like, nobody. Who is going to know that anywhere?
It barely saves you syllables over saying wood over concrete.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually easier, clearer, better. Like, come on.
This isn't just sour grapes because we didn't know the answer to that question.
No, it's a stupid answer.
I'd have assumed it was floors as well, because whenever I see pictures of these, they always have like a retail unit on the ground floor, and then 5 stories above. So that's what I would have assumed. Anyway,
I like the way that Stephen told us that it wasn't floors, just in case we went for the obvious answer and got it wrong. Yeah, I know. Great help. Thanks. 10 out of 10. What's 10 out of 10? Is that like paper over aluminium or something?
That's rock over scissors.
Okay, Quizabeth line. A new international metro line is set to open next year. One end will be in the city of Johor Bahru. Where will the other end be?
Ooh. Any idea, Ed?
no.
Have you guys got a continent yet?
Can you repeat the question? Sorry.
Yeah.
A new international metro line is set to open next year. One end will be in the city of Johor Bahru. Where will the other end be? I'm going to make sure I'm pronouncing Johor Bahru right.
I don't know where that is.
So international metro line suggests it's going to be like a weird city that's on a border of another country. Like how the Basel trams go into Germany or France or something like that.
Yeah.
So
wonder if it's near Blythe. I don't think. Is it going to be? And you want the city or the country it's going into?
The city.
The city. Oh, okay. Oh, God.
If they can't answer it, do we get a go?
You can answer it for the prestige, but no point.
I mean, I've no idea what it is. I just want to heap pressure on James at this moment.
I've got a completely out of the blue. I'm superb at rationalising incorrect answers. That's my pub quizzing skill. So if I was to rationalise an answer, I would say maybe it's whatever the capital of Botswana is called, because I was looking at a map the other day and the capital is on the border with South Africa, and Johor Bahru, whatever, it sounds a little bit like a South African city. It sounds a bit like Johannesburg, something like that.
Does. Yeah.
But then I don't know if it's that close to any other major city in South Africa. So I think we should ask for a hint, Ed. What do you think?
I think so too. I like that, and I'd like that as a potential answer. But let's ask for a hint.
Okay. So the hint, when you asked whether I want the city or the country, it doesn't matter. They have the same name.
Okay.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Okay. So not South Africa then. I guess.
The famous city of South
South
Africa.
Africa City, yes.
It's going to have to be somewhere quite small then, I would have thought. Like,
Would it be like, oh no, I don't know if it would be Lesotho, because that's within South Africa.
yeah, I'm worried now I've planted South Africa in our heads and it's somewhere completely different in the world. Oh, you don't think it's like Singapore? It's not Singapore, is it? Because that's going to be dense, and there's going to be a lot of like a bit. I would guess there is a city in Malaysia which is like right on the border of Singapore, just because of that's how it would have developed. Because everyone would want to be close to Singapore.
I'm happy to go with that.
Okay, we'll go for Singapore. Final answer.
You are correct.
Really?
Oh, very
Oh,
nice.
yes!
Wow.
Well done, James.
Well
Oh my
played.
god!
Brilliant. Where did that come from?
Oh, that was
That was a
Move over.
longer
Yeah.
journey than the actual metro line.
I had Google Maps open just to check how many thousands of miles wrong you were for your first guess. 1,000 miles.
Okay. How are passports going to work? That's what I want to know.
Well, where does it go? I mean, what's the other end of it? You've got Singapore to where?
To
Somewhere
Johor
in
Bahru.
Malaysia, I assume.
Singapore is on an island, but the strait is really narrow. It's basically a river. And you have the city of Johor Bahru is really just, I think you can walk it in 10 minutes if you're allowed to walk across the bridge.
Okay. Seems a bit pointless having a metro line if you can walk it.
It goes right
just-
into the centre of Singapore as well, though.
Oh, I'm so pleased about that. I'm going to be smug about it.
Yeah,
Even if
well
we lose the
done.
quiz now, I'm
That's-
going to be so smug.
On
Yeah.
the current scoring, I don't think you're going to lose the quiz, James.
No.
Yeah,
It's improbable.
I know.
Okay. Abunda Bunnies.
Yeah, set us up with a nice, easy one like that.
Yep.
The first segment of the undersea Fehmarn Tunnel was constructed this year.
Oh, Christ.
What two countries will it connect when it's finished?
The undersea, the Fehmarn tunnel.
Fehmarn.
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 Fehmarn. Fehmarn. And it's an undersea tunnel. Did you say road tunnel?
Road and rail.
Road and rail.
Fehmarn.
Marn.
Fehmarn.
So I think we can deduce that it's clearly between two places that are separated by water. So I think that narrows down. Yeah, it takes out a lot of the Earth.
Yeah. Feels European.
It feels Northern European. If I were going to throw a dart, I'd sort of say Scandinavia.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, is it one of those? So there's the whole sort of stuff that they're trying to build to sort of connect Scandinavia down to like Germany and those sorts of places. So I wonder if it's.
Yeah.
I'm also slightly stalling because I've forgotten what the actual question was. Is it which two countries or?
Yes.
It is, and is it a point for each country?
Well, it's
In fact, is it 2 points for each country?
No.
That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Okay,
If you
Fehmarn.
you get one right.
glad we've established
mean,
that.
Could it be Denmark?
Denmark
And-
seems a safe bet, right?
And then somewhere north of Denmark?
Or south.
Yes. Is it going to be another of those like in the bridge? You know, you've got
Like
that
there's
great.
a body in the middle of it. and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
It turns out we've had very bad luck with transnational infrastructure projects. Every time we build one, corpse turns up.
I'm going to say Denmark, and I'll hand over to you, Martin, for the other one.
I'm going to go rogue, and I'm going to say Denmark and Germany.
Nice.
Spot on.
Oh, that was satisfying.
Nicely done.
Ah.
Seeing your faces work that out was such an enjoyable thing because I know I wrote an article about this a few years ago for Engineering and Technology magazine and spoke to people on the project. It's a whole submersed tunnel, so it's not like the Channel Tunnel where they're just digging it out of the rock underneath the sea.
They're
They're
like
literally
sinking it.
Yeah. They're constructing it in segments,
Oh.
floating it out, and then
Nice.
sinking it, and then somehow gluing it together without the water getting in. It's fascinating.
Oh, that
Pritt
is
stick.
cool.
That's the stuff you need. Just tons and tons of Pritt stick.
Underwater
World's
Lego.
largest
Get in.
Pritt stick, yeah.
Exactly. I was also completely wrong when I said it was two places that must have water between them because they've got a land border. That was utter nonsense. I nearly ruined the whole thing.
They do, but to be fair, Copenhagen's on an island.
Yeah, I mean, it's all islands, isn't it, really, around there? It's my understanding, anyway.
Okay. Elizabeth line.
Ooh. How many questions have we got left, by the way, Stephen?
Yeah, and how are we doing? How badly are we losing?
It's 11 points to Elizabeth line, 6 to Abunda Bunnies at the moment. It can all
Oh,
change.
it was pretty even.
Blimey.
So there's 4 more questions of these, and then a handful of quickfire questions.
Ooh,
Nice.
Plus, I think I have
Wonderful.
a tie break, which, might still have to use it.
It's not looking very likely, let's be honest. I'm fairly sure that when you researched this quiz, you basically just Googled James O'Malley articles from the last 10 years and going through back in issues of Engineering Monthly. And
If there's a question about teletext, we'll know that that's what he's been doing.
yeah, I'm logging out if teletext comes up.
The World's Fair Expo 2025, whose motto was Designing Future Society for Our Lives, was held this year in which country?
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
It's a terrible motto. Let's just acknowledge that to begin
Yeah.
with.
What was it again? Designing future
Designing
Society.
Future Society for Our Lives.
for our lives.
I
That's
feel like
for
that's
our
the
lives.
last 3 words aren't really necessary. I feel like
No, because
if not for our lives, what for?
unless
Oh.
they're being threatened somehow, like we've got to design this future society because our lives are literally at risk.
Have you got any ideas, Ed? Because I'm
The
completely blanking.
gut instinct is Saudi Arabia, but I don't know where that's come
Yeah.
from or why.
No, I agree. It's definitely going to be some like dictatorship trying to cleanse itself from its
Yeah.
or cleanse its reputation or something like that.
I'm
It's
gonna
a
be
very
honest.
up and coming country thing to do. It's the sort of
Yeah.
thing that we'd have done in the 19th century, and now it's their turn. Have a big world expo, build a crystal palace.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't realize that they were still doing World's Fairs. I thought, Chicago
It's
had
a bit
it,
passe.
and then Paris had its one, and then I thought we just sort of gave up. But good to hear it's still going. Yeah, Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, let's go Saudi Arabia. I've got no better guesses, but they're hoovering up everything. They're doing esports, they're doing comedy festivals. Surely they're
The
doing
Masters
World's Fairs as
snooker.
well. Yeah.
They have a Mr. Beast theme park I was reading about the other day. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Is that just a guy wanders around filming you all day?
Actually, the really interesting thing about the Mr. Beast theme park was I watched a video on Mr. Beast's YouTube channel about it, and he didn't once mention that it was in Saudi Arabia in this whole like
Really?
promotional video. And I thought, that's fascinating. What's that trying to tell us? But anyway,
Yeah.
so Saudi Arabia, Stephen.
Oh, it's Japan. That's
No!
Oh,
Famous dictatorship.
yeah.
Trying to present a good face to the world.
Aren't you visiting there soon, James? I think they might have some questions for you at the Bulging Out.
Haven't they had the same party in power for like 70 years or something? So that's basically a dictatorship. Free and fair elections. I'm calling fraud on, is it the LDP or whoever it is in charge?
I can't wait to hear your visa interview.
I can't believe that. Why does Japan need a World's Fair?
It's sort of a very 1940s thing to do.
Yeah. Is it in Tokyo
Not like-
or one of the other cities?
Osaka.
Oh, okay.
Just
I
over
don't
the
know.
road from the new Mario theme park. Or over the water, in
Wow.
fact. Artificial island.
So we were in the right ballpark when we were talking about new theme parks then.
Yeah.
Okay. Abunda Bunnies. The 30th COP Climate Change Summit, which wasn't
Stand back,
maybe
Martin.
the most successful one ever, took place in which country this year?
Come on.
The problem
Martin,
is there's so many of them. I mean, there's 30 of them now. Am
Yep.
I supposed to remember all of the countries that they took place in? Because, at some point, come on. Andrew, you're a news person. You must remember.
I do. I can tell you the city it took place in. It was in Belém, which is in Brazil, the heart of the Amazon. And unfortunately, during the event, part of it caught fire, and the small island nations bit genuinely ended up underwater briefly due to a flooding problem. It was all just very on the nose.
Fantastic.
We're all living in an Onion article, I swear to God.
All right, Elizabeth line, your last question.
Oh, I'm worried now. That's evened up the scores a bit, I think.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's 11 to Acquisitive Line, 8 to Abundabunnies.
Ooh.
Yeah, we could do with about another 6 questions.
Wait till we get to the missing vowels.
Okay. Recent energy security worries have reawakened interest in which potential infrastructure project, which a 2025 report said would generate 1 gigawatt if built near Bristol and 8.6 gigawatts if built near Cardiff.
Oh,
Oh,
I don't know where. Is it Sellafield? Have you got any other ideas, James?
Sellafield's further up north.
I
To me,
thought
this
so
sounds like
too.
I think this is a river thing because it's. I
Oh
think this is going to be like
yeah.
a high. Is this a hydroelectric dam?
Ah,
Maybe because Bristol and Cardiff are like on the same. Is it the river?
Bristol Channel, is
Yeah,
it?
is this the Severn or what? What river's down that way?
Yeah, the Severn
And
or yeah.
oh no, oh, is it tidal power or is it hydropower or is it just something else?
If it's like going to generate more energy because it's located in one place or another, surely it would be tidal. Maybe the Bristol Channel is like a bit more choppy towards Cardiff. Was it higher in
Mm.
Cardiff or Bristol? I don't know why
Higher in
that would make
Cardiff.
higher in Cardiff. Yeah, maybe like the waves are choppier off the coast of Cardiff or something.
So should we say tidal power? Should we gamble on that?
Yeah, although but the question
Oh,
was
yeah, yeah.
something about it reignited. Did we ever unignite renewable energy?
It's just something that's been like on and off for a very long time.
Okay. Yeah, I'd happily go with that.
I was going to say I can't think of any like nuclear projects down that way apart from Hinkley Point C.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
think I think tidal power on the
Yeah.
River Severn.
James there naming the only river that he knows anywhere in the western half of the UK.
That's my
Luckily,
GCSE
it's
geography. Was there Oxbow Lake there somewhere? I don't know. But,
Luckily, it's the right river. It's the Severn
Hey,
Tidal
ugh.
Barrage.
no.
Ah,
Oh,
curses.
is
Very impressive.
Amazing. I'm thrilled. This is just damning about how much time I spend on the internet, isn't it? Just scrolling through content.
Okay. Abundabunnies, your last question. So,
Right,
apologise.
this could really turn it around for us, Andrew. Come
Yeah.
on, we can do this.
Okay, apologising to any Welsh people in advance for the pronunciation. Dinorwig Hydropower Station in Wales requires more power to operate than it can actually generate, yet it plays a crucial role in Britain's electricity network. What does it do?
Not only do I know this, I've been inside it.
Oh, get out.
And I got to wear a safety hat and an orange jacket and with a goggles as well, possibly. And we went in like a little truck that went underground. It's genuinely one of the most exciting days of my life. I don't think there's much that's ever going to top it.
But Martin, what does it do?
Yeah.
Well, it's got a very cool name. It's called the Electric Mountain, and it's basically a gigantic battery made of water. So they take in electricity from the national grid. They pump all this water up inside the mountain to kind of store the energy, and then when they need to put something back into the grid, it all kind of flows out, and we get electricity from it. It's one of those things. It feels a bit mad, like someone came up with it and were like, yeah, let's just fill a mountain with water. That's a sensible way to store power. But they did, and it works, and it's now probably the top tourist attraction in Northwest Wales.
Take that, Carnarvon Castle.
Because Snowdon's probably doing a bit of heavy lifting there.
But does Snowdon fill up with water and drain again? I mean, no, it's a very uninteresting mountain from that point of view. Like, there's nothing to see inside Snowdon. Like, there's a cafe on top. There's a cafe at the Electric Mountain. Pretty similar in quality.
All right, so the score's currently Elizabeth Line 13 points, Abundabunnies 10. So, good
Oh, we
catch.
closed it a little
Okay,
bit.
Phil.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, you've got a few quickfire questions. So, each of these will just be, I'll ask a basic statistic and say which is generating more power, A or B.
Okay.
So, which railway station's more popular, A or B. So, there's no hints, there's no anything, it's just,
And are these for 2 points as well?
yeah, 2 points for
Yep.
each. Okay, so, Elizabeth Line. What will allow more flights? Gatwick's second runway or Heathrow's third runway?
Ooh.
Oh. Any
I
ideas,
feel
Ed?
like it's surely going to come down to like planning or something. So I'm thinking with Heathrow, the planes have to come over the city, which probably limits the number of planes they're allowed to put in. But then with Gatwick, they just come over Surrey, so maybe they're allowed more on that one. In theory, surely you'd be able to land the same number of planes at a runway.
Yeah, see, this my ability to rationalise wrong answers makes me think. So, like, because Heathrow, they land planes there. Sorry, Martin.
I have a question. What's the definition of quickfire?
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry.
I was thinking about this.
Take as long as you need to generate your podcast content.
Okay. So what do you think, Ed?
What I'm thinking is that if you have a runway, surely, in theory, if it existed in a vacuum, you could land as many planes as you want there. So surely the limitation has to come down to other factors, like some random planning clause that says that people in Hounslow deserve a night's sleep.
Shocking if true. Also, can you land a plane in a vacuum?
I wouldn't like to try. That's my theory. I don't know if, James, if you have a...
No, this is supposed to be quick fire, so yeah, we'll go Gatwick.
I'm afraid it's Heathrow.
No!
Heathrow will allow 270,000 flights a year. Gatwick, only 70,000 flights a year. Possibly extendable to 110, but still way less than Heathrow.
Why the difference? Just out of interest.
I think it's because Heathrow has got more gates, more terminals, so more places for the planes to go once they've landed.
Sorry, James.
This just makes it more exciting. This is good. This is setting us up for a dramatic finale.
Yes.
Well, steady on. Let's see how we do next.
Okay, Thunder Bunnies. So London obviously has the busiest urban rail system in the UK, but which is second? Tyne and Wear Metro or Manchester Metrolink?
What do you reckon, Martin? I think it feels like Manchester might be connected to more surrounding conurbations.
But I think Tyne and Wear Metro system is sort of the tricky answer. I think that there might actually be, because Manchester's been chronically underinvested in for so long. They've built more infrastructure recently, but actually is there the Tyne and Wear?
Yeah,
you
sold me. Tyne and Wear, lock
Tyne
it in.
and Wear. Yeah, locked and loaded. 2 points. Bosh, move on.
No, you've over-rationalised there. It's Manchester.
Oh. God damn it.
Sometimes it's the obvious answer.
I let us down.
Okay, Elizabeth line. 2 troubled and very long, as in size, mega projects were significantly cut back recently. HS2 and Saudi Arabia's Line, mega city. You know, this mega city they're building in the desert. If they'd been built to plan, which would have been longer? HS2 Manchester or the Line?
Oh, it's got to be the HS2, hasn't it? Although,
even in the crazy mind of MBS, surely the line wouldn't have been 300 miles long.
Yeah.
I'm not offering any clues to anyone, but I did read the amazing FT feature about Neom and the line recently, and they did put it on a map of the UK, and it was quite striking.
Quite striking.
Not trying to sledge.
I see.
I'd also say Neom sounds like a powdered food. But it's got that kind of vibe.
This is my Little Englander brain, probably. Saudi Arabia is massive, so that's tough.
If only the question was, which is bigger, the UK or Saudi Arabia, we'd be flying.
Yeah, my gut says HS2.
Yeah, I agree with you, Ed. So yeah, we'll go HS2.
You are right. HS2 would be 245 miles, but do you want to guess how long the line would have been?
Over 200, maybe?
Ooh.
Well, not 200?
220.
It'll be 110.
Oh, okay. That's still very long.
Yeah, it's like London to Birmingham, maybe, or even just beyond.
It's on the map. On the map they printed, it was out from central London to North Norfolk. I mean, it's an insane idea for a city length.
Crazy. That is crazy.
So here's the thing about Neom, right? I obviously think it's an insane idea. I don't like the regime that's building it. I think it's absurd on every level and will never work and just is a stupid plan. But on the other hand, it would be quite cool, wouldn't it?
I think in the design meetings, I think it was MBS who said, look, here's a normal city, right, but here's what we could do.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
gotta think big, just dial
fold
that
it
up.
upright. Just fold it upright.
I mean, one end of it was going to be this like huge marina for cruise ships to go into, and hanging over it like a chandelier would have been a World Cup football stadium.
Yeah.
That's like the level of thinking that went into it.
Just dangle it over a harbour, of course.
It's amazing.
Oh.
The funny thing is, though, when you said it was 220 and then it turned out to be 110, almost made it sound reasonable. It's like, yeah,
Oh, that's not very long at all.
it's not so bad.
It's not going ahead anymore, is it? I'm sure I've seen some thumbnails on YouTube that seem to suggest.
I think some piles are still being laid in the desert, like the largest concrete piles ever laid. But I think it's slowed right down. The
Yeah.
FT piece about it is an unbelievably good long read about
Yeah.
just how this has happened.
How it was allowed to get this far. Just probably.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yes, very much the phantom menace of infrastructure projects.
Mhm. I just feel like not to
Too
get
long.
too much into it, but humans have perfected cities. We've been doing it for like 4,000 years, and they've kind
I
of
mean, Milton
generally
Keynes.
well, exactly. But they've kind of extended out from the core because everybody wants to live near the middle. So having it all in a line, it just feels I don't know. What's stopping someone just living in a shed? Next to the center of the line, and then they live in the city, but they're not on the line. They live near where everything is, all of the amenities, but they're not on the line. I don't know. It's just strange to me.
I just always assume there's no like doors or anything along the entire, like you have to go in at one end or the other.
Yeah.
So then your shed is just useless. You're just like, what are you going to do?
So
Climb up the side,
Rappel
This
up.
huge
knock on a window.
wall. Yeah, please let me in. I just want my groceries. Yeah.
Next year's Christmas special, Martin, we'll go to Neom. We'll try and get some of that Saudi money. We'll get them to fly us over, and we'll get
Yes.
wowed by the construction.
Tell Mr.
Then
Tell Mr.
and then we'll
Beast you
endorse
say hi.
MBS. Yeah, we'll say hi to Mr. Beast, and we'll go, MBS, he's nicer than you think. Might cut
Let's
that out.
clip that for the trailer. Yeah.
MBS is actually short for Mr. Beast Salmon. Interesting.
We were doing a quiz. Stephen, how's it going?
Yeah. Whose question is it? Come on.
Thunder Bunnies.
Is it our turn? Good.
Yeah. So, 2025 saw the election of Zoran Mamdani in New York, but it also saw an update to London's affordable homes programme. So who has pledged to build more affordable homes per year as of 2025? Sadiq Khan or Zoran Mamdani?
Ooh,
Oh, I'm trying to think, because is he even really in favour of house building? I'm sure there was something I saw about this that he's kind of not so keen on it and a
Oh,
little
really?
bit NIMBY-ish.
No.
I might have just imagined that, though, in which case I'm very sorry. I know he's a listener, but and Sadiq Khan's come out, because we talked about him earlier in the year, the desire to open up some of the grey-green belt. So I'm tempted to say Sadiq.
I think that's a good call. I don't know anything about what Zoran Mamdani has pledged, but I'm sure there's a fairly chunky London housing target, whether or not it will be met. Let's say Sadiq Khan. Yeah.
Yeah, go on. Sadiq.
It is Mamdani, but it's very close.
Oh.
So Mamdani has pledged 200,000 over 10 years, which is 20,000 a year. Khan originally pledged 24,000 a year, but that's now been cut down to 18,000.
So
Khan!
Drat.
God damn it.
Okay, Elizabeth line. So, obviously, listeners of this podcast, they're all pretty interested in local devolution, but unfortunately, not everyone's as interested as us. So, this year saw two very low turnout elections. One was the election of the Metro Mayor in Greater Lincolnshire, which was won by Andrea Jenkins for reform. The other was a referendum to pedestrianise much of central Paris, which was won by the yes vote, so team pedestrianisation. Which one do you think had a higher turnout?
in percentage terms,
Yes.
people are quite vocal about pedestrianisation. Well, and
I can
reform.
imagine people getting very angry and like polarized, because if it's like we're going to pedestrianize outside your house and
Mhm.
you've got a car or something, I can imagine people getting very vocal about that, and
Yeah.
that being easier to mobilize people inside a city
Mhm.
than like just rural Lincolnshire, because me and Martin, we went to Lincolnshire this year,
Yeah.
and there's not much there. So people are quite spread out.
That's our sponsorship from the Lincolnshire Tourist Board gone. Yeah, thank you.
So my gut says Paris, but what do you think, Ed?
Yeah, well, I think with the sort of the local mayors, I think probably you could argue that Andy Burnham is probably the most famous one outside London, and I think even the turnout in Greater Manchester is something like 33%. So maybe in Lincolnshire they care even less. So yeah, I think Paris would be a higher turnout. Is that what you were saying as well, James?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I can.
I think so.
Depends. Was the referendum on the same day as a local election or something? But I don't know. No, let's just go Paris and let's just roll the dice on it. Paris is our final answer.
I'm afraid it was Greater Lincolnshire.
No.
Greater Lincolnshire, it was only 29%, but would you care to guess how many people actually, when, LTNs and low traffic neighborhoods, when that's actually on the ballot paper, how many people do you think turned out?
20%.
4%.
No.
Wow.
No.
Blimey.
Oh my God.
Damn. Yeah. So not
Okay.
The lesson there is just more local referendums on pedestrianising everything, isn't it? Like, if we
Yeah.
just
Do
get
one
away
for
with
Oxford
it.
Street.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
Bunnies. What did you install more of in 2024? Solar power or wind power?
What did the UK install more of in 2024?
Yes. So
Okay.
new capacity
Yeah.
for solar power and for wind power.
2024.
Do
Okay.
Casio calculators count as solar power capacity? Like, is this all forms of solar panel? Just national grid? Okay.
Okay. Martin, hear me out. The UK
Right.
has been breaking records most years recently for most solar ever installed.
Mhm.
2024 was before, well, I know there was an election halfway through, and when Labour got in, they sort of lifted the de facto ban on onshore wind, but that wouldn't have been able to feed through to a pipeline of things getting built in 2024. However, the UK genuinely has so much wind power compared with solar. Like, wind is about, guess which podcast I learned this on, guys? It's about a third of power generated, so I reckon it might be wind. Just there are so many new wind things coming online, and most of the big new solar projects way through have been more recent.
Can I ask a clarifying question? This might help you, but I think I want to be completely scrupulous with my amazing victory, which is surely inevitable. Are you including offshore wind with this total? I presume so.
Yes, it's onshore
Yeah.
and offshore.
This is tough because on the one hand, I think it might be solar, but on the other hand, I'm doing very badly. So wind. Let's go with wind.
Oh, Martin, you've rationalised yourself out the right answer again. It was solar. 2.1.
Get out! I'm gutted. What are the figures, Stephen?
Yeah, 2.1 gigawatts for solar, 1.9 gigawatts for wind.
Oh, that's
it's
marginally.
close.
I want a recount.
my
I want a
word.
recount. This is like, was it 18,000 or 22,000 new homes pledged? This is. These guys are getting 4 against 29% questions. We're getting what side of the coin do you want it to land on?
Can we swap partners for the last few questions? Is that possible? Is that a thing? No.
Outrageous. I want to swap hosts. Oh, I'm gutted.
Say a lot of these new housing estates have solar panels on the roofs. So I don't know, but it's glad you didn't get that close.
But also wind is
very prevalent.
Well, wind is notoriously slow with supply chains and things as well. So that, and then I thought, oh, maybe it's solar, but I lacked confidence in myself at this stage of the quiz, and so I allowed myself to be railroaded.
Bamboozled. I'm sorry. I was too forceful with my answer there, Martin. I'm sorry.
It's fine. No, we share equal blame. Even though it was you that said the wrong thing.
Yeah. So thanks, Andrew. I really loved watching Andrew's eggheads logic there as you whittled it down using completely sort of rational deduction. It's just a shame it was incorrect on the end.
Martin, I know this. It's wind.
Thanks, Stephen. I think you're going to be able to keep that tiebreaker safely in your back pocket. You're not going to need to break the glass on that one.
Well, I mean, if you thought that the last question was a difficult one, wait till you hear James's now. Elizabeth line. So, you can also measure data centers and EV chargers in watts.
Whoa.
What's the UK have more installed capacity of in gigawatt terms? public electric vehicle chargers or data centers?
And are we including all domestic EV chargers and everything, or just like public EV charging
Just
equipment?
public ones. They're the ones I've got the data for.
Okay.
I know there was
Are we including the network attached storage I've got in the cupboard downstairs? Does that count as a data?
there was a point 10 years ago where we had more EV chargers than EV cars, and it was like a rare example of the UK planning ahead. That's the only fact I have about EV chargers, though.
There was some report published about 3 or 4 years ago that was like, within the next 10 years, we need to deliver 10 times as many EV chargers to keep up.
Yeah.
And I've never heard anyone reference this since, so I presume that rollout is going okay, because no one seems that worried about it, but who knows?
It's going. I will say it's going quite fast. It's not going too badly. Like the public network is fine. It's mostly for. Anyway, look, never mind. It's my special nerdery.
It feels like
Quick fire.
Go for it. Go for it, Ed.
No. It was going to be more thinking about it fire than quick fire. I know that data centers are very like
More bin fire than quick fire.
ways. I know that data centers are very energy hungry, but there are probably a lot of EV chargers, so it's going to be close again, isn't it? It's going to be. Yeah.
It's exactly analogous to like, the debate over like nuclear power plants or at-home solar, because it's basically you're trading off, is it easier to build one massive thing or 10,000 small things? So
in the next episode of Ed and James Debate What Is...
Sorry. My gut says EV chargers, because until AI, we had data centers, but they weren't that consumptive.
No.
And it's only the AI era that's really increased data.
Do we have
usage.
many of them here that have? I feel like they're all in Silicon Valley, aren't they?
Oh God, I literally interviewed James Small Edwards on the show last week about this, and he did say the number of data centers we've got, and it's completely gone from my mind.
Oh,
I still think EV chargers. I can't give you any insight. I think but
EV chargers.
I'm guessing.
You are correct.
Yay.
There
But
are,
out of time.
there are 1.6 gigawatts of data centers and somewhere between 2 and 3 gigawatts of EV chargers.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
crikey.
Good stuff.
Okay, last question. You can't pull it around, but you can win back some dignity here. Wonder Bunnies.
I'm not sure that's
We'll
true.
see.
Which country has opened more metro systems in the last 10 years? So we're talking
Ooh.
2015 onwards. India or China?
I mean, I would assume China, but why?
I'd assume
Can you-
China too, just because China builds so much.
Yeah, I can't really see, and also it really doesn't matter if we're wrong at this point. So I'm tempted to just say China.
Let's do it.
Let's go
China.
for it.
It is. China opened 25,
Yes.
but India
Yeah.
opened 14.
Oh, good.
It turns out the
Phew.
secret to quickfire round is just to not overthink things.
Okay. And the final scores.
Oh, tense
The
moment.
Quizabuff line 17 points. Abunda Bunnies have 12.
Hey.
Nice.
Double
Ah.
digits. Double
Yeah.
digits. We did okay.
Very happy with that.
Excellent.
That was good. I enjoyed that. I think we did respectably. We all did respectably there. Me and Ed slightly more respectably than Andrew and Martin. But that was good. Yeah, that's the quiz. I really enjoyed that.
Awesome.
Thank you,
I
Stephen,
enjoyed
for
that
giving
too.
us an excellent quiz and writing some excellent questions. I hope everyone playing along at home enjoyed playing along as well. Please go to abundancepod.com, where if Stephen is kind enough, we will post the tiebreaker if anyone wants an extra question. And where you can also post in the comments a nice little message of congratulations to me and Ed, if you like. and
don't forget to tune in next year for our quiz, which will be on infrastructure projects in rural Bedfordshire and types of scotch.
Fantastic. So I think that's basically about it. The quiz has been done. The quiz completed. Tick it. We can now go away and do Christmas. But before we go, let's do a quick round of plugs. So, Stephen, is there anything you would like to plug?
Not much, really. But as James mentioned, I write questions for Only Connect. It's the Christmas specials coming up. If it's going out on the Sunday, then you should have a week of Christmas Only Connect specials, and I've written questions for some of them, so look out for my name in the credits there.
Great.
Fantastic. And Ed, give us a plug for your amazing YouTube channel.
Yeah, so I think I started the year on less than 5,000 subscribers, and I think I'm just about to hit 30,000. So it's been like a phenomenal year. Got loads of ideas. Literally, I counted up, I have like an ideas list in my OneNote, and I counted them up the other day. There's 105 in there, and I'm never going to get around all of them, or it'll take years. And by that point, I'll have loads more ideas. So yeah, plenty more to come in 2026. There's no guarantees that it'll be over 100, but yeah, loads more ideas. So yeah, go and check that out if you want.
I was going to say, forget hanging out with your family. Just go and spend Christmas watching Ed's
Yeah,
videos. It will
I'm
be
just
absolutely delightful. And Andrew, give us a plug for all of the billion different things that you do.
No, I'll keep it short. I'll say that I'm a co-host on a podcast called No Such Thing as a Fish, where I am the guy who talks about big concrete projects sometimes. So we occasionally do touch on this kind of stuff, but it's a bit of a show about everything. But the main plug I want to give is to the Valiant Aerotherm heat pump system. Reliable, affordable, and effective.
Sponsored.
You've got the perfect voice for an ad read, Andrew. But on that note, we're going to leave it there. So, yeah, thank you for listening, everyone, not just to this show, but over the course of 2025. We've got a best-of special next week with some of our favourite things from last year. And then we're going to be back with our first proper show on January the 12th. So make sure you're subscribed on Abundance Pod. Again, follow links on there to everyone's work. But for now, yeah, thanks for listening and Merry Christmas.
See you next year.